Outer space is shrouded in mysteries. From moons, billions of stars, galaxies, cosmic rays, undiscovered planets, there's lots of questions asked, yet only a few answers. We know it's vast, beautiful, boasts countless possibilities, but hey, we long for more news. Although knowledge in this field is expanding, it is paramount that you know 10 facts about space today. Did you ever think Pluto was one short and boring planet? You'd think differently when you see number 1. Grab some popcorn and stay glued, cause here we go. Number 10, there is an uncountable number of stars in the universe. Tons of astrologers that have visited space agree there are zillions of stars out there. When you stargaze, you're tempted to take a count, but yes, you've mixed things up. Scientists only use estimates when it comes to numbering. NASA says there are zillions of innumerable stars. Zillion is used to refer to an uncountable amount. According to an Australian national university, the figure is 70 sextillions. That is 70,000 million. David Kornreich disagrees with this number, saying that more galaxies will be discovered as technology improves. Even if you've dedicated your whole life counting the stars, you'd arrive at an estimated figure. Number 9, 99% of our solar system's mass is in the sun. The sun is so dense that it accounts for a staggering 99% of our solar system. As a result, it dominates all the planets gravitationally. The sun is a G-type main sequence star because it converts 600 million tons of hydrogen to helium. It also transforms 4 million tons of matter into energy as a waste product. If the sun were as tall as a front door, the Earth would be the size of a nickel. When the sun dies, the Earth will be enveloped by a red giant. Not to worry, this would never happen in this century or the next, but in 5 billion years to come. If we can meet the sun face to face, we should applaud it because without its intense energy, there would be no life on Earth. Number 8, one of Saturn's moons has a distinct two-tone coloration. Saturn has 62 moons, in which Lapidus is one of them. It is a pretty celestial object with distinct two-tone coloration. One side is known to be darker than the other. This moon's color is attributed to its position in relation to the other of Saturn's moons. After research, it turns out that the Lapidus is outside Saturn's rings, and as a result, it is hit by a space debris from objects passing through its orbit. There's another moon, Phoebe, which is darker and farther than Lapidus, and it revolves clockwise while emitting a steady stream of particles. On the other hand, the Lapidus rotates counterclockwise, meaning that only one side is hit with Phoebe particles. It is for this reason that the Lapidus is only partially dark. Number 7, Uranus is tilted on one side. Uranus looks like a blue ball at first glance, but there are unexplainable facts on closer inspection. The planet rotates on its side, but scientists are struggling to understand why it is that way. However, they speculate that it may have undergone some titanic collisions in the past. This tilt makes the planet unique among other bodies in the solar system, and Uranus also boasts of tenuous rings that were confirmed when it passed before a star. As the star's light flickered, astronomers realized there were more than a planet blocking its starlight. Recently, scientists discovered storms in Uranus's atmosphere after its closest approach to the sun. Number 6, Mars has the most prominent known volcano. Mars may seem quiet on the outside, but that is far from reality. This planet boasts gigantic volcanoes that erupt occasionally. One of the biggest volcanoes ever discovered in the solar system is the Olympus Mons, and it is found on Mars. At 602 kilometers, this volcano is comparable to the size of Arizona. Its elevation, measuring 25 kilometers, is triple the height of Mount Everest, the tallest mountain on Earth. What researchers do not know is how these volcanoes came to be in the first place. Scientists are still studying whether Mars has a global tectonic system and whether it is active. Number 5, there is water ice everywhere. Scientists thought water ice was rare before now, but this assertion is untrue because they didn't search for it in the right place. After further research, they found that water ice exists all over the solar system. It is a component of comets and asteroids, and not all of them are the same. When the European Space Agency examined comet Churyumov-Gerasimenko, they found it had a different kind of water ice from the one found on Earth. The ice is in permanently shadowed craters on the Moon and Mercury. What we don't know is if there's enough to support colonies in those places. Jupiter's Europa, Ceres, the dwarf planet, Mars, Enceladus, and other small bodies in space also have water ice. Number 4, there could be life in space. Although scientists have not found concrete evidence to prove life in the solar system, some events confirm their suspicion as they learn about volcanic vents frozen environments, and extreme microbes that live underwater. The possibilities of life on other planets become clearer. This is not about the perceived existence of aliens on Mars, but something beyond that. Microbial life is more likely on Mars, and scientists are cautious that they sterilize spacecraft before sending them there. Other locations suspected to have life after Jupiter's Europa, Saturn's Enceladus, and other similar places. Number 3. Space is full of junk. Space is awash with dead satellites and rocket parts that continue to orbit the Earth at 17,500 miles per hour. The Space Surveillance Network keeps track of the debris there and who is responsible for it. The organization is currently tracking over 23,000 objects. This junk is dangerous because a collision triggers a reaction of things hitting each other, which causes a thick cloud. This makes space travel disastrous, as seen in the movie Gravity. The U.S. has the most space junk with over 3,990 pieces of debris as of 2018. Russia follows it with 3,959 and China with 3,893. Number 2. The footprints on the moon would be there for 100 million years. The moon has no atmosphere, meaning that there is no wind to erode surfaces nor water to wash away the Apollo astronauts' mark on the moon. The spaceship prints, footprints, rover prints, and discarded materials would remain on the moon for longer than you can imagine. Footages released to us showed where Apollo 12, 14, and 17 touched down on the moon, and the marks are as clear as ever. Although these prints seem well preserved, they wouldn't last forever. The moon is constantly bombarded with micrometeorites, meaning that erosion occurs there but slowly. According to a study, the rocks erode at a rate of about 0.04 inches every 1 million years. The fact that these tracks would eventually disappear is an incentive to protect the site where the Apollo astronauts landed. Number 1. There are mountains on Pluto. Pluto is a small world that sits at the edge of the solar system. It was formerly described as a dwarf planet with a uniform environment. This original explanation was distorted after NASA's New Horizons spacecraft flew past it in 2015. The pictures from the mission altered the notion of this supposedly dwarf planet forever. The images showed they were icy mountains measuring 11,000 feet high. This showed that Pluto might have been geologically active 100 million years ago. But even if we agree any form of activity requires energy which is absent there, the energy source of the planet remains a mystery as the sun is too far away to generate sufficient heat. There are no large planets that could have disrupted gravity also. And with that, we come to the end of our countdown. There are tons of other facts you should know. I bet you found this content useful, right? Well, which of the facts blew your hat? Please tell us in the comments section below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video to motivate us to do more. See you next time. Bye for now.